Hey world, being willing to come back with another video. Because I want to come back with a quick video, guys, that to kind of explain the pros and cons of capitalism and how the result of capitalism can put a lot of people out. Okay? And what I'm talking about is regentrification. We've all, if you've kind of been, conscious of things that are going on right now, you probably heard the term regentrify or regentrification. And, you hear the term, but, you really need to understand what that term means because it's really evident in a lot of cities in America, okay? And regentrification is, it can be pretty tough for people in lower economic situations or in poverty situations. And like I said, that's why I try to reiterate on a regular how important it is to you to start taking your financial responsibility a little bit more serious and start taking a little bit more financially conscious. All right? I think one of the reasons why a lot of people not reach their financial goals is because they have a poor man's consciousness. All right? And a poor man's consciousness isn't really focused on gaining wealth. A poor man's consciousness is more focused on getting money and buying nice things. I mean, it's not an accident that, us as melanated people, man, we keep a lot of billionaires happy when it comes to consumer spending. We spend a lot of money on people's names. And it blows me away because how can we, and I'm going to put you on blast, man. I mean, come on, man. Louis Vuitton, that's Italian. You're not even Italian. Okay? Gucci, what? Maybe it's me. Okay? But it just seemed kind of awkward and kind of, really, you have to put yourself in a situation where, like I said in my past videos, everything that you buy get old. Everything that you buy, you have to replace at one point in time. So why not put more focus on things that you know are going to put your money to work for you so that you can have a pretty good situation, for you, your kids in the future. I mean, I just can't see how we've been tricked to think that social status has to do with, purchasing items that you overpay for, okay? And so not to get on the diatribe about that, but let me digress and get back to regentrification. And the reason why regentrification is important because, remember, the regentrification, all it is, guys, is the restoration and upgrading of deteriorated urban property, okay, by middle class or affluent people, often resulting in displacement of the lower income people. Legally, okay? The upgrading of deteriorated urban communities. Now you would think if you live in one of these deteriorating urban communities, you would think since you do vote for your councilmen, your senators, and your congressmen that they would recognize that these areas are being deteriorated, and as public servants, or that's what they're supposed to be serving us, as they're supposed to be civil servants, right? You're supposed to write bills and make laws that's going to make sure that those that are less fortunate or in low economic environments. Remember, I'm not just talking about the people. I'm talking about the location. I mean, when you have hospitals and schools and libraries become dilapidated, that's ridiculous. These are public institutions that's supposed to be kept up by tax money. But it's not. And so you got to ask yourself, is it on purpose? Because I promise you, and people may say, well, Bean, you got to look at the property value of those areas. If it's a lower property value, if it's lower property, value, then it's going to be lower property taxes. So, they don't pay as many taxes. So, they're not going to get as much accommodation. To me, I can dig that. But why allow something called regentrification come into play, where now these people are going to be displaced or moved out because they have other individuals come in and buy the land or buy the properties. And those people that can't afford the property have to move out. See, that's capitalism. And you got to look at yourself on both sides of the coin. I mean, think about if you as an investor and you get into real estate and, you see some areas, because it's going to happen, guys. When the market crashes again, there's going to be a lot of different opportunities out there in real estate, and a lot of different gold. It's going to be a lot. And so people that are living in these areas that are, deteriorating and, once the market crashes, those that have the money to invest in these areas are going to go in and get them. And they're going to kick everybody out that used to live there. And you got to, you got to say that's not fair, but that's capitalism. I mean, you vote, but if you're voting, then you understand that you're dealing with politics. And if you understand what politics mean as a definition, politics in the definition alone, and go look it up, family, nowhere in the definition of politics does it say anything about, creating or making sure there's justice for the less fortunate. That's supposed to be something that's in a religious doctrine, like in the Bible where it says, the monies and the contributions that the church or the storefront get go to the homeless, the fatherless children, and widows. But last I checked, it's a lot of homeless people out there. It's a lot of children out there that are hungry, because even on the television, they tell you that 1 out of 6 children are hungry. I promise you, they're living in these areas that are being regentrified. And then once they get regentrified, go to Austin, Texas, East Austin. I went to high school in Austin. I don't even recognize East Austin anymore. Come to H-Town. You go to 3rd Ward, you go to 9th Ward. Don't even recognize those areas anymore. Okay? So guys, I want to come back, quick video about regentrification and how it's important. You better save your money. Okay? Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. And thanks for liking and sharing. Okay? In the meantime, between time, may the Most High how you bring your joy. And being with is out of 5,000.